Hello, welcome back to LBPT TV. Today I'm going to talk to you about that little thing called water and why it is so important and why it can make such a difference to things like weight loss. It really is the essence of life. We literally can't survive without it. The fact that we could go for a few weeks without food, but literally only for 3 days without water, just goes to show how important it is. There are so many things that can be helped with just drinking enough water. So if you've got a headache, you're probably dehydrated. If you're tired, it's quite likely you need more water. If you've got aches and pains in your joints, then again, you probably need to drink more water. The list just goes on and on. And when it comes to weight loss, it's really, really important to drink enough water. Basically, you're not going to get anywhere if you're dehydrated and you're trying to lose weight, because water is really vital for your metabolism and your digestive system. It's also really important for carrying out waste and for making you feel fuller. So quite often when people think that they're hungry, they're actually thirsty. So instead of reaching for a snack, it would be much better to reach for a glass of water. The other thing is that by drinking enough water, you make sure that you're not suffering from water retention. It encourages you to release water from your body, making sure that those extra pounds that you're carrying aren't just excess water. Okay, so here's a bit of biology for you. Water helps the circulation in our bodies, which means that there's more oxygen going through our bloodstream. When there's more oxygen in our bloodstream, that means that our bodies are able to burn more fat as energy. So, as well as making it less likely that we'll reach for a naughty little snack, it also means that your body's actually doing what it's supposed to be doing and burning fat. Another thing is that drinking enough water will make training much easier. Even if you're just a little bit dehydrated, you're going to find your exercise sessions so much harder than you would otherwise. And also, it really helps to prevent muscle cramps and keep your joints lubricated. So it's all good really. Because our bodies are about 80% water, it actually means that if you're consistently dehydrated, it can become quite a serious thing. So if your cells in your body are constantly lacking in water, what happens is eventually you make yourself quite vulnerable for all sorts of illnesses and diseases, which all sounds quite serious and scary, but actually it is really important to think about. So how do we make sure that we're drinking enough water? Well, you hear this general rule about drinking 8 glasses of water. The thing is that everybody is different. It depends on your body size, it depends on how much activity you do each day, it depends on the temperature and where you live. So the way to work it out is to drink half to an ounce of water for each pound that you weigh. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you should drink between 75 and 150 ounces of water, which equates to about 2.2 litres to 4.4 litres, which is quite a big difference obviously. And where you sit on that scale really depends on those other factors. So how much exercise you're doing, how hot it is, also things like whether you drink a lot of tea or coffee, because those actually take water from your body. Okay, so here's my tips on how to make sure that you keep up your water intake. Firstly, I like to get a workout in first thing in the morning or as early as I can. Now that's partly because I like to get it done before my children get up, but also because I can't do a workout without drinking water. It means that I get in a decent amount of water at the start of my day. So I fill up a 1.5 litre bottle at the start of my workout, and basically it's gone by the time I'm finished. So that means I've really started the day off well. The second thing that I do is I always fill up a pint glass of water with every meal. So that's another 3 pints that I get in during the day. I also do that for my 2 boys. Not a pint, but a glass of water for them, because that means that they're getting into the good habit of drinking plenty of water throughout the day. And then the other thing that I do is I refill that 1.5 litre bottle of water and I keep it with me all day, and I make sure that it's finished by the time I go to bed. It's also a good idea to make sure you drink some herbal teas throughout the day, because as long as they're not caffeinated, then they will add and count as part of your water intake. But just remember that soft drinks, fizzy drinks, tea, coffee, all of those things, they don't count as part of your water intake, and in fact they actually take water away from your body. So it's best to avoid those if possible. So how do you know if you're drinking enough water? Well, the best way is to actually have a look at your wee. which when you first start drinking water, there'll be plenty of opportunity for that because you'll be in and out of the toilet all the time. But don't worry, that does pass. The more your body gets used to it, the less and less you'll go to the toilet. But as I say, if you have a look at your wee, if it's a very dark colour, that means you're not drinking enough water. That means you're probably dehydrated. It should be quite a light colour if you're drinking enough water. So in case I haven't said it enough, it's really, really, really important to make sure that you're drinking enough water. So go and get a bottle, get it filled up and get some water in you. You can start right now and make a difference. And I will see you next time.